Hello, I'm Nick Turner from Turnabout Landscapes, and we design and build the finest driveways and gardens in the southeast. So we're going to talk about driveways on this page. The big question people ask me is, which driveway is best for me? Well, it all depends on how you're going to use the driveway. And I know that sounds silly because I know everyone's going to park on it. If you've got one car, it's completely different to having 10 vans parked on your drive. So you've got to look at it away like that. Also costs as well. The cheapest driveways we do are stabilised gravel. They're fantastic and brilliant for large areas. The most expensive driveways we do are granite driveways. They cost an absolute bomb because they have to be pointed in by hand. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks to get the perfect result. So that is our top end driveway. More realistic prices are resin bound gravel and block paving. So the choices are up to you. So the driveways that we do are stone, that is granite or any kind of set that actually is pointed in by hand. We do resin bound gravel, block paving, permeable block paving, clay pavers and stabilised gravel. So there's 6 different driveways that you can choose from that we actually do. So we design them, design a driveway and install them for your house. So we've put together this website as just more information for you, because I know which driveway is best for me is a very big question that you ask when you're looking for a driveway for your house. So here it is. Granite driveways are really expensive because they take a long time to construct. They are bomb proof. They look beautiful and will look fantastic in 20 to 30 years time. Resin bound gravel is very nice looking. It is hard wearing, but you have to be careful with it. So you can't just drive on it and constantly turn the wheels. It also does get dirty, but it cleans up really nicely. So block paving is very popular in the UK. There are lots of different styles and colours. We use a lot of block paving from Marshalls, which is the biggest paving company in the UK. It is a good product to use. So if anything does happen to the driveway, you can literally just lift them up and relay them. Stabilised gravel is one of my favourite driveways. So it looks like loose gravel. However, it is stabilised with the Turner grid underneath. So you can actually put a wheelchair on it, wheelie bins, because we've all got 10 wheelie bins now in the house. Just pull it across. It looks like gravel, sounds like gravel, but it's actually like walking on something that's really quite solid. So clay pavers, I like them. They are fantastic looking. They look brilliant. They actually come over from Holland and Belgium and all those places. So if you've ever been to Amsterdam and walked the streets, not the streets like that, but walked on the streets, the paving, you can see the clay pavers. There's thousands, there's millions of them, and they all just intertwine on all the pathways and look fantastic. We get our really, really good results by using clay pavers. It's like block paving, it's laid the same, but it looks fantastic. The only downside with the clay pavers is they look great and people will be very envious of you. Coming on to the last paving I'm going to talk about, it is my favourite, and if I was going to do my driveway at home again, I would go for this one. And as you can see from this video, it looks great. So with permeable block paving, it is like block paving, but you've seen the video we've done about permeable block paving. It's got nipples on it, which I think is really funny. But they don't butt up so closely together. The subbase underneath is completely permeable, so any water that lands on the blocks drains through, it goes through the subbase and it goes away. So which driveway is best for me? Well, I can't answer you that question. All I can do is advise. But here is a beautiful resin bound gravel driveway. As you can see from the edgings, it looks fantastic. The resin complements the house. Here we've got a block paving as well. It really does look good, and it goes with the property, and it looks absolutely fantastic against the grass and the magnolia tree this time of year. Beautiful. Stabilised gravel is great as well. It's slightly cheaper than the other ones, and it's perfect for large areas. As I said before, you can just walk on it. It sounds like crisp gravel, and you can put a wheelchair or those wheelie bins we've got, and it doesn't make a mess in the road as well. This granite driveway we actually did 12 years ago over in Chingford, and it looks the absolute bollocks still. It looks fantastic. So if you go for a granite driveway, which are the most expensive driveways we do, it's going to look fantastic forever. They actually went for security bollards as well, because their cars kept on getting stolen from their driveways. So there's actually a video on bollards as well further down the page that you can have a look at to have a look at your security for your driveway. So from the streets of Amsterdam, the clay pavers look fantastic. As you can see from this path, it looks absolutely beautiful. The way the greys just complement the planting going up to the front door in a house in Wanstead. And then also this picture here, I think this is the most looked at driveway on Pinterest, because you look at it and it looks fantastic. That was actually done, I think, in 2010 in Wanstead, and people just look at it and say, I like it, I love it. So it's a very popular driveway to have a look at. And also this path with this evening rose resin bound gravel, which was actually done in Loughton, I think in 2013, just looks outstanding. People do cut these pictures out of magazines or copy them from Pinterest, Instagram, Google Images, and say, I want that, and we can do that for you. So going back to the question, which driveway is best for me, which driveway is best for my house and how we're going to use it, we talk about security, because lots of cars are being stolen from the driveways. So you can have bollards and you can have gates as well to prevent this. Remember, the driveway is not just for the postman to go, oh, that looks nice, and walk up to your front door every day and deliver those bills to you. It's about curb appeal. It's about showing off to your neighbours. In actual fact, it's about adding value to the biggest asset most of us have, is our house and our homes. So when people arrive, the first thing they do is look at that drive. They look from how to get from the curb or where they've parked the footpath to the front door. And if it looks absolutely fantastic, beautiful, you walk between beautiful flower beds, up a path to the front door, it really does add curb appeal as well. So how much is your driveway going to cost? We can't give you an exact figure over the phone. We can't just look at pictures and give you an exact price. However, what we can say is most driveways that we do range from between £12,000 and £50,000. Obviously, there are driveways that cost an awful lot more. The things that add to the cost of a driveway are all the extra little details, like the brick edging, the planting, the railings, the walls, fencing on the sides, gates, bollards, lights, charging points for cars. So there's lots of different things that add to the cost. We've been designing driveways since 2004 and installing them as well. This driveway was one of the first ones that we did in Epping, and I think this was 2005, 2006. This is what it was before, and this is what it is after. And I do drive past it quite regularly, and it looks fantastic today as well. So a big question is asked, it's a concern for people, because they see, do I need planning permission for this driveway we're going to have? Well, the answer is, you might have to, but most of the time you don't. So in a front garden, the walls at the front cannot be over 1 metre. They can be over 1 metre if you apply for planning permission. Most gates have to be well away from the highway, so you can actually get off the highway, park up, then open your gate and then get onto your driveway. But we can run through this. The Sustainable Urban Drainage Systems Regulation came into force in 2008, I think, and it states that any paving over 5 square metres, the water can't directly run off from this into the highway. If it slopes towards the house, that's fine, because the water going towards the house can go into a soakaway. But if it's the other way round, so if your house is higher than the road, any water that lands on your driveway has to be collected into a soakaway and it can't go onto the highway. That is the rules. Also, if you live in a conservation area, there's a few technicalities you've got to go through. But most of the time, you don't need planning permission. And if your driveway slopes towards the road, it's got to be collected in a soakaway. So it can't directly go into the road. Permeable paving, so permeable block paving, where the water is actually drains through, it goes into the subbase and then just soaks into the ground. Resin bound gravel, which does exactly the same, doesn't require planning permission at all. The ones you've got to be very wary of are block paving and like the granite driveways as well. Stabilised gravel is completely permeable as well, so you don't need planning permission for that in most cases. So this video is meant to give you like a brief overview on all the driveways that we do, and planning permission, security, the lot. Obviously, I've probably forgotten some things. I always do anyway. Call me, I can go through them with you. So we think the service that we offer, designing and building the finest driveways in the South East, is really good. If you would like to give us a call to arrange a design consultation, we will come over to your property and actually go through everything that we can do for you. Just give us a call and we can sort it for you.